head coach. They give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Mike 52.
Round 80.
Hey, here I come.
Done.
Here I come. Here I come. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
We play to win.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
All day, baby, all day. Check three, check three.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Half 85, half 85. Alert!
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, high 7.
Going for it on 4th down, Allen. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Check, off 52. Look out.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Allen off the play fake. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42.
Mike 29. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Regular.
On first down, Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively, if they want to insist on going in that direction, make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
51 the mic, boys. 51.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. It's caught. Jones. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
56, 56. Hey, Alpha.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get in them holes. 51's Mike. Mike 51.
Allen now going to throw again. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Not today.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
56. Watch the screen.
Check it, reload.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Now, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Wait, that flag 20, 72.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On first down, Brady. It's caught. This is White. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, Alabama.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to White. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Middle. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen, and the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
51. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Regular. 5 wide. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Lorenzo Carter. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Strip that ball.
72.
Brady going to throw. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Wide. Get regular. Smooth.
From the gun, it's Brady. Finding room inside the 40. It's complete. James White. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
Hey, Haywood.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, keep it up.
Hey, ball 66.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Josh Gordon, 26 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 22, Allen. Jones has it. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. Shadow.
Throwing again. Brady. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
49, guys. Mike, 49. In your face.
Easy.
They do go for it. It's Brady. Got his man. That's Harry. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Goal 50. Goal bandit.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardages come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Brady. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, second.
Now Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got White here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
56. Ricky. Half 10.
Check 3. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Lucky. Hey, watch it.
Hey, goal 66. 72.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
London, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
29 is the mic. Mike 29. It's out.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
Stop. Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, flush to his right. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Five wide.
On 2nd down, Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Mike 5-2. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Alert!
Here we go again. Where's 52?
Watch out!
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Record.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
I got one. Kill.
Goal 50.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Yeah, that's what I do.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in London. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on second down. Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kyle Van Noy, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Throwing on second and long. Allen. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown, baby. 6.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Wait, set. Wide, 80.
Right here, 41 Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check.
Wait, hit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice. But
and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Allen. Screenplay, Johnson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Alert. Go.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
40, 53.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Alpha.
Got a man open, that's Harry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for New England, and even 50 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
I got it.
Regular.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
They can't stop me out here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Alpha.
56. Mike, 56.
Rim.
56.
Shotgun now for Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
72. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Watch the edge.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Goal 50.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Hey, exit.
Let's get in there,
Wait, what do you got?
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. That if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 31.
Half.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down on the 37. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check, 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 check.
Hey, along 52.
From the 40 now on second down. Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
X3, 218, chopper.
Allen now on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Hey, alert!
24, watch 24.
Alert!
Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, 66.
Check 24. Check.
Let's go up. No, 66.
Brady going to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Half 85, half 85.
SOS.
He's coming. Alert. We got double up.
On play action, Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Whip.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Pats, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.